All right, hello everyone, and finally I'm getting to the soundtrack scene analysis assignment. So for this assignment, you are going to pick a clip, something that stands out to you based on its use of sound. And you are going to write an essay about the use of the sound through your analysis. This should be a film or television show that you're familiar with, so you can do a tiny little bit of background information about the film or the TV show, and then talk about what sticks out to you in the clip that you're going to present. Now, uh, and I want you to, really dig deep. So, so I have an example of of a clip that I want you to watch, and I'm going to cheat and just use part of my dissertation to kind of explain it. So, what I have is a clip from the Royal Tannenbaums that features Richie Tannenbaum, and as you watch the clip, you've got Richie Tannenbaum, uh, Margot Tannenbaum, and those are the two key people. Now, basically, my presentation, my analysis is, I am looking, I'm analyzing the sound in this clip from the Royal Tenenbaums where Margot is picking up Richie from the cruise ship. This scene is notable not only for its use of dialogue, but what really stands out is the use of the song These Days by Nico, and how the lyrics are able to communicate feelings that both Richie and Margot are feeling. Another notable piece of audio in this clip is from the narrator, Alec Baldwin, where when Richie initially says that he's, wants to write a telegram about leaving the boat and coming home, Alec Baldwin, as the omniscient narrator, is able to give us, some information about how he is, he's how he's traveling, and also who is going to pick him up. Though he doesn't say it, it says it's someone from when he was on the circuit. And basically, Richie used to be an extremely successful tennis player. The Royal Tenenbaums is a film directed by Wes Anderson, and it features the dysfunctional family, the Tannenbaum family. Richie and Margot are brother and sister, though technically Margot is adopted. They have feelings for one another, and many of the songs in the film are able to communicate their feelings for one another. That is kind of unspoken, since by law they're brother and sister, but they are attracted to one another and they want to have a relationship. So, in order to go a little bit deeper in the analysis of the song These Days, I'm going to just read the part from my dissertation on this part. So, Richie is waiting at the cruise line port as the bus arrives. The shot moves into slow motion as Margot gets off the bus. There is a few seconds of silence before the upbeat guitar intro of These Days is heard on the soundtrack. This shot of Margot getting off the bus is Richie's point of view, and the slow motion represents Richie seeing Margot for the first time in years as being like a dream. Richie is secretly in love with her, and the slow motion allows him to capture this moment in time longer than possible in reality. Margot is walking towards him with a Mona Lisa smile as the lyrics to the song begin, quote, "I've been out walking. I don't do too much talking these days," end quote. The camera moves closer to Richie, depicting Margot's point of view. As she moves closer to Richie, Once she is standing in front of Richie, it returns to normal speed as Margot smiles at Richie and the music moves to the background. Margot tells Richie, "Stand up straight, let me get a good look at you." He complies but is silent. The lyrics, I don't do too much talking these days," compliments Richie's silent response. She says, "What's so funny?" Richie just shrugs his shoulders in response. She is smiling as she says, "Well, it's nice to see you too." Richie still stands there in silence, and Margot's smile turns sad. It switches to a two-shot of them facing each other with a large gap between them, but they walk closer to each other and embrace. These days still plays faintly into the next scene as Richie returns to the Tannenbaum home. Okay, it cuts when they embrace in the clip, but that's the scene goes on. The song goes a little bit longer. It is during the slow motion part of the scene that the song completely takes over the soundtrack, and the lyrics are able to speak for Richie primarily and Margot. The first lyrics in the song, "I've been out walking, I don't do too much talking these days," plays as Margot is silently walking towards Richie. But it is Richie who's been out walking. He's been traveling the world to get away from Margot to suppress his love for you. When she finally gets to him, she is the only one who talks in the scene. He is silent, yet she is able to communicate with him anyway, showing how connected they are to one another. The lyrics also comment on how they have a deeper connection. They are in love with each other. This is not something they have talked about, though Richie does tell Eli in a letter and later will tell Margot and his father Royal. But it is at this moment it is something they cannot talk about. They are both happy to see one another, yet they cannot act on their feelings. It is the music that is able to communicate their love for one another. So yeah, I mean, I know that's a little bit formal there, but this is how I was able to break down that scene. I mean, and this was from a larger thing where I actually Wes Anderson uses music in his films in a couple different ways. But I wanted you to see how I purposely am looking at how the lyrics are able to express what these characters can't communicate to one another, and then also reinforce some of the things that are going on with them. So the fact that Richie has been out and about trying to get away from Margot and suppress his love for her. So hopefully that's understandable. So for your presentation, you are going to hopefully be able to share your clip so I can watch it and you can discuss it with me. And you can, even if you already have your essay written, you can read it and we can discuss a few things. So the idea is for you and another thing. So I'm in that scene. I was analyzing and telling you what was going on at the same time. So while I was saying the lyrics are here, I also talked about how the music got up higher, how the music is able to speak for them. It's not just Margot's walking, here is the lyric. I explained how the lyric is being used. Now you might have a short analysis of the clip or a short description of the clip and then going in deeper on whether it's the music or the sound effects or that sort of thing. And yeah, I could have talked about the sound effects in that scene, how it gave you the sense that you're on a boat, you heard the honking or the horn, the horn from the large ship that he was on. And, and then the little bit of the sound of the bus as it was approaching. But the primary audio in the clip is These Days by Nico, and then really Margot talking. Okay, yeah, we've got Alec Baldwin's narration, but the key things to analyze is the song and how Margot is able to still communicate with Richie, which tells you how close they are. And how he's silent. And again, the lyrics reinforce this kind of silence. You know, he doesn't do too much talking these days. So this is an example of I took a clip from a film that I am familiar with, and I was able to dig deeper into what the lyrics mean in this scene and how it works together. So your choice again might be looking at the dialogue and looking at subtext, or using the dialogue and how it plays on certain themes. And this opens up like certain themes that are told throughout the film, but you picked this one because it really highlights that theme. So basically, again, your presentation will be the clip explaining why the soundtrack stands out to you, and your analysis of it based on the use of sound. And we'll discuss a few things, and if there's a few things that maybe need to be changed or added to your essay, then your essay is, you know, due by the end of the week on the Sunday the 17th. So yes, so you also need to make sure that you schedule a time to meet with me. Some people have already done their sign up, but you're going to have to email me. I have the list of times that you are available to sign up, and you can already see the times that are already taken. So please make sure that you go over this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. But that is all that we're doing week 7. So week 7 is just going to be, you are going to do a presentation on your clip, and you're going to work on an essay. And that essay is due on the 17th. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. It's a 2 to 4 page essay. Okay? All right. So I think that's it for that. Again, email me if you have any questions. So good luck.